Here we are again. We have another very special guest. Today we have Astrodomina. Is that the right way?
Astrodomina.
Domina. I'm sorry.
Yes. That's okay.
We're really happy to have you. I've been following you on Twitter for quite some time, and it's funny. I think
Thank
I
you.
sent you a message like 3 years ago, and you left me in the scene zone.
Oh shit. I probably read it. I
uh,
read it and then I just never came back to it because that's what I do sometimes on Twitter. I'll read like maybe 20 messages and I'll think
uh,
about it and if I don't have a direct response, then I'll kind of like skip it and then I'll forget about it. So
well, I totally understand because I know we all get like a million messages, and I'm pretty sure
yeah,
you're like, oh, this is another dude trying to send a dick pic, you know? So I totally
you
understand.
get
That's
it.
probably the
You
worst
get it.
platform to try to chat with somebody, you know?
Yeah, it is definitely.
All right. So again, thank you so much. I'm really excited. Like I said, I've been following you for quite some time. You have a really huge fan base. You're well known.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Thank you. Thank you.
our pleasure, and our fans
Mhm.
are going to be really happy to hear from you. So why don't you go ahead and tell a little bit about your career and whatever you feel like telling our fans?
Okay, so my name's Astrodomina. That's my stage name, but my name is Sydney Max Lee, and I'm a dominatrix slash fetish producer slash dungeon owner, and all of these things. I've been in the industry for at least 10 years now, and I've been doing this for a very long time, I guess, 10 years. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I don't know what else I can say.
Now,
That's what I'm known for.
yeah. Now here's a silly question, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask it on behalf of our fans. Are you Filipina?
I am. I am definitely Filipina. I grew up in the Philippines. I moved to the US. I'd say about it's been like 10 years. Yeah.
Oh
So it's
wow,
been a
only
while.
10 years. But it's
Only
like you
10
don't have
years.
an accent or anything, so
I do have an act. I can bring it. It's harder. It's a lot harder for me to talk in my accent, to be honest,
yeah.
because it doesn't flow very well.
Uh-huh.
But and I have to do like these weird things in my mouth. So I think talking like this flows a lot better. But I mean, I can bring it out if you want.
There you go. And so it's like I know the whole accent thing because like if you're in the Philippines, right, you have to talk
Mhm.
with accent because if you don't, they're gonna have a hard time picking up your English, our slang English, sorry.
Yeah,
So it's like you have to
yeah.
like talk with the accent for them to understand you, right? You know.
Exactly. And my family, they give me a hard time every single time. Every single time I don't drop the American accent because they're like, "Why are you talking like that? We're not like I know your real accent, you know."
Uh
But really, it's more like for the Americans to understand it better
oh yeah.
because I feel like if I talk like this, sometimes I get asked like, what did you just say? Is there what was that exciting? So for everyone to just make it easier for everyone, I just I switch.
There you go. There you go.
So
And I know the feeling. It's like the last thing you want to do is be ordering at a restaurant and the waiter's like, "What did you say?" And you're over here looking at them like,
yeah,
"What the fuck?" Like
yeah,
I know
you get it.
exactly. Yeah, they're gonna make you look stupid or something. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you have a very beautiful accent. I think on TrikePatrol.com we love the Filipinas here in the States with the accent or even without the accent as long as they're
Thank
Filipina and
you.
hot like
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
so
That's awesome.
you were recently in the Philippines, correct?
Yes, I was there for a month and loved it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Now, and I saw you posted a tweet about a very. I actually I've read about her many times. Is there one? Or is there just one of these Lolas, the older grandmothers that do the tattoos by hand, or
Uh-huh. Oh, it was Apple Wang Odd.
yeah? Is that the only
Yes.
one, or is there more of like her?
Um, I think she's the only one. She is currently the most popular
Uh huh.
tattoo artist right now, and she's
Yeah, yeah.
105. Yeah, 105 years old. Okay. So here's what happened. I was with two other people during that trip, and one of them got sick. One of them got food poisoning, so we had to cancel the whole trip
Oh,
because of the food poisoning. Yeah, that's what happened. That's why we didn't get I didn't get to have the tattoo. We had
uh-huh.
to,
Oh, so you never made it?
we made it
Oh,
halfway. So okay, so it's like this: Manila
uh-huh.
to Buscalan, sorry, Manila to Baguio, Baguio to Buscalan, Buscalan to Apawangod's town, and then it's like another 10 minutes to her house. So it's maybe like a 13 to 14 hour trip, and it has to be cut in 2 days at least.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was a long trip, but we only made it to Baguio, and by the time we get to Baguio, one of my friends got food poisoning, so he had
It's
to cancel
funny.
it.
It's really funny because as people will know, I just interviewed AJ, your buddy, and I was telling him about how you got to be careful in the Philippines because I was curious. I asked him, what were you eating out there, man? Being an American, and because I know a lot of Filipino foods aren't the first choice of Americans, and there's some foods that just people won't touch, foreigners. So it's funny that you mentioned that. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Don't drink the water. That's number one.
Yeah, you got to be really careful because if your flora and fauna, if your natural body state is used to first world food and first world water, then you're gonna get in big trouble. Oh, and that's what happened to him. Yeah. This guy almost died.
I've seen it. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to do is get sick on a vacation. So I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get the tattoo, but I've seen many articles, and I know a lot of the actresses in the Philippines go to see her and get their popular tattoos. So I'm sorry I brought it up if it bummed you out and made you sad that I brought it up to make it, because that would have been really cool, So
I intend to come back in October anyway. So I'm definitely gonna make the extra trip. If anyone gets sick, I'm like, you know what?
Going by myself.
Yeah, I'm going by myself. This is on you. I'm gonna keep pushing for this. So yeah.
Now, was it your first time back since you migrated to the U.S., or have you really frequently traveled there?
Yeah, I try to go back home twice a year.
Oh wow!
But ever since COVID, since the whole lockdown, and I really didn't want to have to deal with the quarantine.
Yep.
It's been 2 years. So 5 days ago, I came back from the Philippines, but I stayed there. So it's been 2 years technically since I came back, and basically went everywhere as much as I could. Every week I was like in a new place, just like traveling, driving around, jumping from one island to the next, and it feels so good.
It does.
It feels so good to be back home. Like, this feeling.
Yep.
Like there's nothing like stepping in your motherland and feeling like, wow, this, everything feels right.
I know. I know the feeling. Yeah. So it's a great place. I wish I could go back soon. But
when are you going back?
Well, AJ, your buddy, told me to go with them in his next trip. So
I'll go too.
There you go. We can make it a group travel.
Yes, group travel. Let's film a lot of content, a lot of smut. That would be awesome.
There you go. But I was looking at the airfare, like I've said in multiple interviews with folks. It's like the cheapest I saw was $1,800. I'm like, oh shit.
No, check it again. I think it's like, well, I looked.
Are they going down?
Yeah, I looked at tickets like 3 days ago, and they were like $800.
No way, really? What airlines is that?
I think it was Delta. Delta. Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
All right, fans. I just want to let you guys know she is not endorsing or working or getting paid by Delta.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for Delta. This is just like a random search. Okay, sorry, Delta. I didn't mean to bring you guys up, but yeah, $800.
Now, speaking of the Philippines, did you shoot some content out there?
I did. I shot like a ton of content. I shot with 5 different producers. Yeah, nice. including AJ Everhard, Salome Salvi.
Salome, we know her well.
Yeah, actually, Mistress Domina Fire. Yeah, Mizzy Red. Who else? Sam, Stephanie, and this new girl. I forgot her name. Gosh, there's so actually 8 people. I filmed with 8 people.
And it's funny because it's like, so you went to the Philippines, and of course you messaged me on Twitter or messaged Trike Patrol. I was the one who opened it, so we ended up speaking. That was really cool. But it's like then I saw you make a tweet, and you were with like Salome, which we shot, of course, being Trike Patrol. But it's really cool how all these names of Filipina content, make creators. You were just with them in that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool that everyone got together, so.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. The Philippines is big, but it's also small,
When it comes
and
to a certain industry,
yeah,
especially in the Philippines.
yeah, especially in the Philippines, and everyone's like very, how it's like still kind of taboo, and it's still
Yeah,
porn is still frowned
yeah.
upon back home. And so when you see and meet these people who are actually in the industry, you kind of stay together
Oh yeah.
and you band together,
Uh-huh.
and the relationship is stronger. So I'm very happy that I met these very successful women in the Philippines, and we had a great time. It's just so much fun.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thank you for opening that window, for me. So
Oh,
that was
oh,
awesome.
we thank you guys, like especially having like I was really excited when I found out you had a shooter with you, a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yep.
oh, what the hell? This is freaking awesome. And like I was saying, he's just a great guy. Reminds me of myself in the Philippines. He was just like, even though I'm not sure if you were on set, I don't think you were, but
Mm-hmm.
he told you the
Mm-hmm.
stories of how and I think it's funny. I told you
Mm-hmm.
before all the shoot, I was like, I'm just warning you right now. The
Uh-huh.
headaches I get, you're about to get them too. It's your turn.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just, Filipino time is real. You just gotta work with
definitely.
it. I would always
You're
tell
right.
them 6 a.m. so they'll be there at 3 p.m.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. There was one chick, one of the girls, she was like 2.5 hours late,
That is
and
not
it
bad
was like,
actually.
yeah.
Two and a
Yeah,
half
not
no,
bad.
that
Oh
is
my
not bad.
gosh.
I've had 2 days late one time, and I swear to God, 2 days late.
Oh my. To keep in mind, I'm like, all right, you know what? This is the
This
Philippines.
is the Philippines.
Everything's gonna be like, I don't know, a lot slower.
Oh yeah,
And so I was like,
a lot more
like
traffic.
I can deal with this. Yeah, traffic is gonna be insane. And they're coming through from from Pampanga, which is
Yep.
3 hours from from Manila itself. So I was like, it's all good. It's
And
fine.
and it's like I was just crossing my fingers, and I think you saw me telling the
Mhm.
girls in the chat, like, please do not embarrass me, please, like do not embarrass me. Like, this is a stateside chick, like, don't
Yeah.
embarrass me. They're not used to Filipino time.
Yeah,
So
no, it's all good. That last chick though, she was on time, but um I there's like each and every model
that's something.
has their own preferences,
Uh-huh.
and this is something that I'm definitely not used to, because this is the very first time I've filmed with like six different producers.
Uh-huh.
Each one of them are their own entity, and so each and every one has their own quirks.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not used to this, because here in the US, if we say 4 o'clock, some of them arrive 3:30, like early,
Yep.
and everyone's got their own gear, everyone's like ready, they know what they want. But here in the Philippines, it's like, first of all, they're not used to filming with a guy and a girl.
Well,
So
first
it's
they're
like,
not used to filming. They're not models,
yeah,
they're just looking to make some money. So
yeah,
that alone is kind of,
exactly.
of a struggle already to
Yeah.
start with.
And so, um, a lot of them would ask me, "Are you okay with this? Like, is porn okay with you? Like, does this not bother you?" And I'm like, no. First of all, this is just work, and it's okay. It's fine. Have you not seen all the porn out there? So these women are very, they're very new. That's
Uh-huh.
for sure. So I kind of have to like walk them through the whole experience. But when it comes to like the OG, like Salome or Mizzy Red or
Oh
Dominic
yeah.
Fire, they're like, all right, on point. Like, they
Yep.
come up with their own stuff, and we got shit done, and it was amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
for
good.
sure. And I knew it would be like that because whenever I had a chick contact us or contact
Mm,
me and they want to shoot, like they want to
mhm,
make a career, I've always gotten them like 3, 4 shoots. I swear to God, in the last 5 years, anyone that has come to be really just wanting it, I've given
mhm.
the shoots to.
Yeah,
So,
that's
it,
good.
but then the thing about the Philippines is like, dude, almost everybody watches fucking porn out there. It's not like
Yeah,
fucking stop it, dude. Like, just
yeah,
I guess in a way, if it was legalized to like
yeah.
do everything. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it's like I guess we would have a lot more competitors, right?
Yeah, that's actually very true. If it was decriminalized, or legalized in a way like here in the US, we would definitely have a lot more competitors. And it wouldn't be as, I don't know, like it wouldn't be as kind of exciting.
Valuable, maybe.
Oh,
It would
valuable, yes, yes,
because
that's
there'll be,
true.
but there's the problem in the Philippines starting years ago was always those fucking scandals. The dudes that are
Mm-hmm.
recording shit with their phones and uploading it. I mean, so many people do that shit, and at
Mm-hmm.
least now a lot of these sites or whatever these tubes are a
Mm-hmm.
lot more strict when it comes to uploading. So that's a good thing because
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos love just uploading fucking scandals. I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
that, and that's always been
Yeah.
the thing. I mean, one of the first DVDs I jerked off to was Cebu Scandal. So I mean, I
Well,
enjoyed it.
I've never even like wait. I think I've heard of it, but I've actually never seen it. I need
Uh-huh.
to get a copy of that.
Like
I
it's
need to
kind of
watch
like
this.
well the quality is kind of like, do you remember like if ever you were younger and like when HBO was on like late at night, you would like
Uh-huh.
wait till like 2 o'clock and then you would have to jerk off to like like you would think it's a titty because it's you don't really have. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. So
Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure I can definitely like look this up on Pornhub. I'm sure they have it on there or some
yeah,
tube site. Yeah.
it's
But
really cool just seeing
I do remember those times,
oh yeah,
definitely.
yeah. But it's really cool seeing everyone come together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like you just mentioned, you dealt with us, Trike Patrol, Salome, which
Mm-hmm.
we shot. Did you
Mm-hmm.
ever reach out to Shiranami Shy? Because she's a good one.
Uh, you
She's a
know
hard
what?
worker.
Since I didn't have enough time to really work with her or like even invite her for coffee, I just clicked the follow button and I put her on my list of models to reach out to when I
Uh-huh.
go back in October.
Uh-huh.
So it wouldn't be so she'd be like someone I look forward to meeting
Yeah, because
for
I
sure.
think I mentioned because I interviewed her last month, and I was bragging about how much I loved her because I got her 4 shoots, I think, and I always found
Mm-hmm.
ways to get her that extra shoot to where it was
Mm-hmm.
different from, so because she wants the shoots, she wanted
Mm-hmm.
to make a career out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
right now I don't think she's shooting too much. She's doing a lot of mainstream stuff, but she has
Mm,
like
okay.
500,000 followers on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh,
Facebook,
Facebook. Okay,
yeah,
I see.
there's
I
like
see.
certain ways to get around it. Like if
Mm-hmm.
anybody wants to check out some safe for work content from Trike Patrol, go to Trike Patrol Gaming. That's my
Mm-hmm.
my gaming site or my gaming page. So there's ways to kind of promote shit, but
Mm-hmm.
you just got to be careful. Of course, you got to
Yeah,
remove the
is
watermarks.
Pornhub isn't legal in the what I wouldn't say legal, but Pornhub isn't it's blocked in the Philippines, right?
Not all the time. It really depends
Um,
on what carrier. Because I've
mm-hmm.
heard of it being blocked. There's certain people that can get it that can't. But
Uh-huh.
Filipinos are smart and they love their porn. They will just get around
Yeah. I
it.
mean, I had a VPN, so it was
Yeah,
easy
exactly.
for me
See.
to, log in. But yeah, I was just wondering because I never actually like I usually use my VPN
Uh,
wherever I go, but I never actually tried to get on Pornhub with like my regular IP. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
It was like for Trike Patrol, we block PI traffic, but
Oh, I
it's
see.
you can't block 100% of it, but we
Mm-hmm.
try to block it because the problem is if somebody, and I always say this, if somebody in your barangay just saw Mary Jane or whatever name she's
Yeah.
on Trike Patrol, that person's gonna share that video and share it to, and they're just gonna fucking shame the fuck out of her. And I always
Oh, I
express how much
see.
I hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah,
Okay.
traffic is traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Views are views,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I guess it's
I feel the same. Uh, well, I'll tell you a little story then. My career in this industry has been exposed to, my family in a very unwanted light. So,
yeah, yeah.
my one of my ex partners called my family and told them about what I do, and I was already pretty successful in this. I've been like in doing it for three to 4 years at that time,
Uh-huh.
and it was uh it was chaotic,
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm sure.
Because all of my family members contacted me and not really shamed me, but just made me question about the things that I do in life. And at the end of the day, um, I still 10 years later, I still am the same person. I
Uh-huh.
still am their daughter. I still am. Nothing really changed,
No, and it won't.
except except the fact that I am a dominatrix, you know.
There you go.
So yeah, I didn't really think about. I didn't think much about what other people were how other people treated my job. It's just that, you know, this is how it is, and this is how it's gonna be, and you gotta accept me for who I am and what I do.
There
So
you go. And you're doing a really great job because you're not with an agency. You
no,
you,
I'm
you
not.
did
Yeah,
this all by yourself.
I
You
did.
came
Yeah.
up with the kind of content you want to shoot, and you have
hmm
become very successful. And you're Filipina. Hey, kudos to you. I tip my
Thank
hat.
you. Thank you.
So
I
it's great
appreciate
that
that.
we were able to get you here with TrikePatrol.com being the number one
hmm
pay site, and now we have the number one solo creator, or their own personal creator or whatever. So that's really cool, and made me really proud to see that everyone came together, because this is it right
hmm
here. This is Filipina porn. It's just
Yes.
us, a
Yes,
small
that's
group.
right.
So everyone enjoying it, jerking it. Hey, buy us a drink or something, right?
Oh, yes, yes, go ahead and do that. I actually am so like, it's so interesting that the Filipina adult or porn stars, there's not a lot of us.
No, there's not.
Like it's so weird. I mean, considering that porn is so big and it's like $1 billion industry,
Uh-huh.
you would think that in the Philippines there would be more like porn people,
Uh-huh.
but there really isn't.
Well,
If you think
here,
about it, yeah.
I'm not sure if, I guess I can touch it because you're not one of those. So they have this word called alter, if you ever heard of it,
Uh-huh.
Alter.
No, I've actually never heard
So,
of this. What
and
is it?
actually, I was, let's see, how do I want to say this on the record? Pretty much,
Mhm.
so a couple of the models I've had work for us, and you
Mhm.
may have met, we're
Mhm.
part of that community of people.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
what they do is they shoot everything but their faces. And if
Mhm.
you look close, if you really look,
Oh.
dig deep, you'll find a bunch of them. And
Oh, I see.
they're called alters. And what they
Okay.
do is they create content without showing their face because they
Okay.
are in the Philippines.
I see.
And
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
really it's a decent sized community
Mhm.
of content creators coming from a small country, but
Mhm.
it's like they all have to like hide their faces because they are in the Philippines.
I see.
So it's a
I
really
see.
interesting
Okay.
thing.
I need to get into this. I just want to know people. I just want to hang out with people because it's like, you know how it is when you're hanging out with people in the same industry
Of your
or
own kind,
like-minded
pretty
people.
much, you know.
Yeah, of your own kind. Do you have any idea how like that's actually that's gold right there. So just
It
the fact
is.
that they're Filipinos and they're in porn, I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot to talk about, right?
There is, yeah. And
hmm
it's like when it comes to Filipinas in the Philippines that actually made a career out of it.
hmm
Salome, Sharanami, a couple others
hmm
that aren't even like Jess. Jess actually,
hmm
were you able
Oh,
to
I
meet
see.
her, Jess Christel?
Yes.
Or did
Was
she
it the
just send the
second girl? Or
okay.
oh no, the first one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I know she never came,
Oh,
but
she never went.
her and I talked for a little bit
Uh-huh.
through text. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think next time I'll invite her to come out.
Yeah, she actually she was posting a lot of content as well, but she was in a very let's just pretty much she likes to drink piss, and that was her thing, you know.
Uh-huh.
She was
Oh my
posting,
gosh,
yeah.
she's very
So I guess a lot
picky.
of dudes liked it, and
Uh-huh.
I was just curious to see what she would say if I contacted her just because she's Filipino. I'm like, what the hell? This is a Filipina. She's in the Philippines. It looks like a real profile because you always have to look at the profile and be like, all right, is
Yeah.
this a catfish? You know. And I'm like, so I contacted him like, hey, wanna shoot for us? And I tell
hmm
my boss, I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, sure, but no piss, none of that pissing stuff. I'm like,
Oh.
okay. So we gave her two or three shoots, and I'm surprised that now she quit. She doesn't shoot anymore.
Uh-huh.
But she'll help out with some other things to get productions done.
I
And
see, I
that
see.
would have been
Okay.
cool if you would have been able to shoot with her because she's quite the performer. She's really nasty.
Yeah, I might be able to convince her. I might be able to like, hey, let's do something because I think the fact that there is like I'm there
Yep,
and
yep.
there's a woman in the scene. I think that makes a huge difference compared to just
Huge
like
difference.
yeah, compared to just like a guy.
Yeah,
So
but let's
I'll
not get
try
our
my best.
fans excited about that because I don't even because I've tried and she respects me big time. She
Okay,
really
okay.
respects me, and I've tried to like, come on, Jess, come on. But when you have a boyfriend that just won't let you shoot anymore,
Mm-hmm,
that's what
mm-hmm.
that's what
Oh, I
that's
see.
what it
Okay.
is. So,
Okay,
but
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
not, I always play around with her. I'm like, hey, Jess, the fans miss you. I'm not gonna pressure her or anything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But so
But
it
it's just
would be
it's
nice
kind of
though.
like let's see what she says.
Yeah, exactly. Like, throw it in there, see what she says, just
Yeah.
she's shot some really interesting content, like straight like ass to mouth, like that's all like
Ooh.
nothing but ass. And that was pretty cool. It's like you don't see that
Uh-huh.
a lot, so
Ooh, that is actually very intense. Yeah. Even I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it
So,
was I would be a little scared of some E. coli, but
yeah.
she
Yeah, exactly.
that rocks her world, thank
Hmm.
God, because the fans loved it. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my, more power to her if she loves that, like behind closed doors too,
oh yeah. Yeah,
without the
her
camera.
boyfriend's having
Yeah.
fun, I'm sure, right now,
Yeah. That's awesome.
Now, what other projects are you working on right now? Do you have your own page site? Are you
Uh,
on like OnlyFans? Like
hmm.
how do you get
Well,
your content often to
that's
fans?
that's a great question. So I do have my own website. Yeah,
Okay.
I have my own website. I'm on Pornhub. I'm on I Want Clips. I'm on ManyVids. I'm on Clips for Sale. I'm on a couple different tube sites. Did I say I'm on OnlyFans? Uh, my social medias they're all pretty big. What else? And I have a lot of little workers online who kind of, spread all my content out there. So,
Look at you.
when
You got your own
my
uploaders and
oh
all that big
yeah,
time.
yeah, my own little empire, and they all work for free because they're like little slaves, and they want to be useful to
Little
me.
elves.
Yeah, little elves. So that has been working out pretty well. So well, in fact, that I was able to employ two people full time for me.
Wow.
And so, it's kind of like I can't do it all on my own now. I have to have people working for me.
Uh-huh.
I have a dedicated video editor, and I also have an assistant who helps me with scheduling stuff. And I have other projects too. Like I have, apart from the porn industry, I also have real estate. I also do investments, and then I have my own YouTube site, and then
Uh-huh.
I just like to dabble in like a lot of different things, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very like high functioning.
Yeah.
So, and this is the kind of stuff that gets me really excited. So, well, when it comes to other projects, I'm actually going. I have a raffle
Uh-huh.
coming in a day or two, and then I'm going to XBiz Miami, which is I'm sure you've heard of
Yeah.
XBiz, which is
It's
a
busy.
porn, yeah, which is a
Mhm.
porn convention. So, that's about it, really. Those are all
Well, I
the.
don't know if that's it, that's it, but that's a lot. So, that's really cool. Like I said, I'm really proud of what you've become and what you've been able
Thank
to
you.
represent as a Filipina. So,
Hmm.
too bad, we haven't been able to feature you yet, but hopefully
Hmm.
one day.
Oh, so I'm actually I'm really highly considering that. So you know what, we'll talk about that off cam. We
Yeah,
can
yeah, of
definitely.
course, yeah, but no pressure.
Yeah.
Your buddy AJ's helped and got us a couple episodes from the Philippines, so I'm
Hmm.
really happy about that. So again, thank you
Hmm.
so much for that. Now,
Hmm.
did you let the listeners know exactly where they can find
Oh.
what's your username or
So, I mean, if all you have to do is really open up a browser and type in the word Astrodomina. So that's Astrodomina, and everything about me and anything about me will show up there. It's the same I'm on two vanilla platforms, vanilla social media, which is Twitter and Instagram. My names there are all the same. It's at Astrodomina. And yeah, if you go to all these different sites, like Pornhub, ManyVids, I Want Clips, Kink Bomb, Clips for Sale, just search for, again, Astrodomina. And my main website is kissmyastro.com.
you heard it, kiss it.
So
And where can the listeners tip you?
Tiffany, I'd say on my website, I have many methods of payment, like Cash App, PayPal, all of these different things. So yeah, I would say that you would have to like reach out to me first before you can actually do that. But yeah.
All right. Well,
Hmm.
again, thank you so much. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Chris. Maraming salamat
And
din.
we're gonna talk soon. Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. See y'all soon.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.